Das war neue Musik von Chris Norman, einer von 12 Songs auf dem aktuellen Album Junction 55. 55 Jahre ist er jetzt im Showgeschäft, daher der Titel der neuen CD. Und er ist mir zugeschaltet. Hallo Chris Norman, im Internet geht das von überall. Wo erreiche ich dich gerade?
I'm at home. I've just come back from Prague, doing some shows over there in Czech Republic, and I'm in the Isle of Man, and and I'm away again day after tomorrow to do some more shows.
Ja, er kommt gerade aus Prag, ist jetzt daheim im Studio auf der Isle of Man und morgen geht es weiter mit Konzerten. 12 Songs, Chris, als Kunstwerk, als Album, als CD. In Streaming Zeiten fast altmodisch. Ist einem alten Hasen so ein Tonträger zum Anfassen noch wichtig?
Well, you know, when I make an album, I always think, you know, it should have at least 12 songs on it. To have a silver disc or a gold disc is important, of course. If I sell enough records, that's great. But that's not what it's all about these days. It's just making music, you know, and trying to make sure you've got something current going on at the same time as you're doing live shows. You can mix and match the old songs with the new ones. But the album's got 12 songs on it yet, and I don't think there's any wasted songs on there. They're all good songs.
Also er sagt, er macht eine Sammlung neuer Songs, es sind 12 und dann ist das in alter Tradition auch eine CD, wobei es gar nicht so wichtig ist, wo man es hören kann. Auf alle Fälle ist er natürlich auch live unterwegs und da spielt er alte und neue Sachen. Chris, wobei ich habe geschaut, 2 Millionen Hörer im Monat bei Spotify. Es läuft auch im aktuellen Medium.
Well, I hope so. That's what we've all got to do that now, you know, because the days of just going down to the shop, the record shop, and buying records is not really around anymore, and so we have to make sure that people see the stuff that you're doing on all the new social media. So I'm available to see on all those things: Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, you know, all of them, Instagram, TikTok. All you gotta do is go on and put my name in and you'll find the new things that I'm doing.
Also die Zeiten, wo man ins Plattengeschäft ging, um sich ein neues Album zu kaufen, sind natürlich ein bisschen vorbei. Also man muss breit aufgestellt sein und überall verfügbar. Wenn man das Album hört, 12 Songs und jeder ist anders. Es ist kein, wie soll ich sagen, Fülltitel dabei. Das gab es ja immer mal. Ich brauche noch einen, damit es genug ist. Keiner egal. Ist das schwierig?
It's difficult to make sure that you've got all good songs, but you know, I've been writing songs for this album for the last couple of years, so I've had chance to be able to throw songs out, you know, and say, well, I like that one, I don't like this one. And so by the time I've got the 12 on the album, they're the 12 that I like the best that I've written. And I try to have no filler songs, to have, you know, everyone is interesting in its own way, you know, so I hope that I've done that. And people so far that have heard some of the stuff that's on there seem to like it as well. So I'm hoping that it's the right thing, you know.
Also, der kleine Trick ist, man muss einfach mehr Songs geschrieben haben, als aufs Album müssen. Und dann gibt's auch keine Füller-Songs. Und die Fans, die es gehört haben, sagen, es ist toll. Sage ich auch. Eine bunte Mischung auf Junction 55, Gitarrenrock, mal Soft, Picture of You, mal härter, Battle of the Sexes, mal Simple Blues, I'm Over You. Was macht am meisten Spaß?
I like them all. You know, I'm a fan of all these different genres of music, and it's what I grew up with. And what I played, really, when from the beginning, you know, bit of this, bit of rock, bit of melodies, you know, it's really what I'm all about. So if I'm writing songs, they come out the way they come out. And if it's a good song, if I like it, it doesn't really matter to me whether it's this genre or that genre. It's really just to do with whether I think they're good songs and whether I can sing them and do them justice if they suit me. I'm happy to record them, and then you get a variety. I always like that with people's albums, you know, where there's a variety of different styles and different songs, because I think it gets boring if you've just got one kind of song, one after the other. For me, it's interesting to have different types of songs.
Also er möchte einfach eine breite Mischung anbieten. Wer so lange im Geschäft ist, kennt alle Stile und er spielt sie alle gerne. Wenn ein Song ihm in den Kopf kommt, wenn er am Komponieren ist, dann entscheidet sich, welche Art von Lied und welches Arrangement das dann geben wird. Ein Song auf dem Album ist zusammen entstanden mit Mike Chapman. Chapman waren die Hit-Giganten der 70er, haben die frühen Smokie-Erfolge geschrieben. Wie war das Arbeiten mit einem, der schon ganz früh mit dir zusammen war?
Well, that happened because I actually recorded an album with Mike Chapman about 3 years ago called Just a Man, and we recorded that album in London. And during the album, I was going around to his apartment in London quite a lot. And we just started to write some stuff together. And one of the songs was this one called Devil in Your Heart, which we didn't finish in time to be on the album I was making at the time. So I took it later on and had a re-listen to it and finished it off kind of and recorded it. It was great because Mike Chapman is a huge talent. He's had such a lot of success over the years. He's a great songwriter. And to write with him was a lot of fun for me. And I really enjoyed it. And the song came out great. It's called Devil in Your Heart.
Devil in Your Heart ist der Song mit Mike Chapman. Sie haben sich vor 3 Jahren schon getroffen, bei Albumaufnahmen zusammengehängt und geschrieben und es hat einfach gut funktioniert, weil man sich auch vielleicht so lange kennt. Chris Norman, der Sänger, Chris Norman, der Songschreiber. Wenn man so eine Stimme hat wie Chris Norman, könnte Singen ja reichen. Elvis hat mal gewitzelt, Leute, ich habe die Highschool gerade geschafft, ich muss nicht noch Songs schreiben. Was war zuerst bei dir, Singen oder Schreiben?
Well, I started off really as a young guy playing in a band, just singing and playing guitar, playing other people's songs, and gradually started to write songs as we got further into it, and now it's both. I'm a singer first and foremost, but I need to be able to have songs to sing. And for me, the best way to have those songs is to write them myself, because you don't always find the songs that you want from other people. So, writing's important and I enjoy writing. So I'm now a singer-songwriter, as they say.
Also jetzt ist er beides. Wer in einer Band angefangen hat, hat natürlich zuerst geschrieben und die Zeit, wo andere geschrieben haben, die ist auch vorbei. Ehe er jetzt wartet, dass ein toller Song kommt, schreibt er ihn sich selber. Trotzdem ist Chris Norman berühmt für seine Stimme, die immer noch klasse ist. Ich habe mal Billy Joel sagen hören, manche Songs sind Rachenkratzer, die singe ich jetzt ein bisschen tiefer. Wie geht das bei dir? Was braucht die Stimme, um geschmeidig zu bleiben?
Yeah, he's right. Billy Joel's right. The older you get, they are throat scratches. They become, you sing higher when you're younger. But I've managed to still do all the songs in the same keys as we did them in the first place. So I'm still just about getting there. I don't know I think the thing with singing is that you have to do it to keep your voice strong and to keep the muscle working. It's a bit like doing anything, running or anything. If you stop for too long, maybe you lose it. So luckily I play a lot of live performances and that keeps my voice in shape, keeps giving it exercise really. And so far I've been lucky that I can still sing like I used to pretty much.
Also man muss die Stimme einfach immer in Bewegung halten, die Stimmbänder trainieren. Es ist wie beim Laufen, wenn man aufhört, wird man schlechter. Und er kriegt immer noch die Originaltonarten hin. 55 Jahre Showgeschäft, Musikbusiness, das ist eine sehr lange Zeit. Ende der 60er gab es die ersten Synthesizer, die keine Akkorde spielen konnte. Heute macht die KI fertige Lieder. Was muss man als Künstler mitbringen, um so lange dabei zu sein?
Well, I think, I've been through different periods over the years where I used to use synthesizers and stuff when it was popular in the 80s and stuff. But nowadays, I think the main thing for me is to sort of be true to what you do, just to do the things that you feel good about, that you like to do, you feel that you're the best at. And my thing really always defaults to just being a guy who plays music with a guitar and sings. That's it, really. So I don't care whether it sounds whatever the modern thing is now. I've been there, done that. And now I just make records and make them sound as good as I can and put the music on that I feel suits the songs that I'm doing. So it doesn't matter whether it's guitars or but most of my songs have got guitars, keyboards, bass drums and voices. That's it. And I like to keep that simple, kind of handmade feeling to it.
Also es muss handgespielt wirken. Für ihn, es muss ehrlich sein, es muss so sein, wie er gerne Musik hört. Hat er über die Jahre alles probiert. Smokie war komplett akustisch, Gitarre, echte Streicher. Die Erfolge mit Dieter Bohlen waren dann programmiert. Jetzt ist es wieder akustisch. Schließt sich da ein Kreis und welche Erklärung hast du?
I just think that there was a time when Smokie were basically a guitar rock and roll band and that went into sort of more melodic and poppy songs and stuff. But we basically were a guitar rock band, and that's what I am. And so all the different things that I've tried, like with Dieter Bohlen and different things that I've done, that was for that era. But nowadays, people make music of all kinds. You have things like the Traveling Wilburys from the late 80s and stuff. We're still making music like Smokie did. And there are bands like that now. And even people that like Ed Sheeran and whoever's the current Taylor Swift, whoever's the current thing at the moment, they've tended to go back to sort of basics, I think, a lot of times. And so I prefer that original thing. I don't think what I'm doing now is that much different to what I did with Smokie. It's basically getting a good song and putting the right instruments with it. That's it. And it usually is guitars.
Wenn ich ihn richtig verstehe, dann hat man eben an allen Sounds jetzt rumprobiert und ist wieder da, wo eigentlich ein guter Song weitergehen muss, wenn er mit der Gitarre und mit normalen akustischen Instrumenten gespielt wird. Das machen viele, auch aktuelle Künstler, und er auch wieder. Chris Norman, in Deutschland haben die meisten Künstler eine Schublade, ein Label, und obwohl das schon über 40 Jahre her ist, sagt man Chris Norman und sagen dann, der Smokie-Sänger. Ist das, wie Paul McCartney immer ein Beatle bleibt?
Yeah, to a certain extent, I think that's true. I would never do a concert, for instance, without playing some Smokie songs, because a lot of people come because they want to hear that. But I always will make sure that I've got some new material in there too, to keep it fresh for me and the band, my band. Because if you keep doing the same old songs all the time, it becomes, repetitive and boring. But if you intersperse that with new songs, it keeps it fresh. So, but people are always going to say Chris Norman from Smokie, like you say, Paul McCartney from the Beatles, Sting from the Police, whoever it is. I think any solo artist who's been in a band is always going to continue to be associated with the band, especially if the band had a lot of success, So, yeah, I don't mind that. That's great. I mean, I was lucky to have that Smokie period, and that history and that heritage is great for me. So if they say Chris Norman on his own or Chris Norman from Smokie, that's okay. It's all fine.
Das ist völlig okay, so wie Paul der Beatle bleibt und Sting der Police-Musiker. Er muss für sich die Sache frisch halten. Die alten Songs spielt er natürlich und spielt er gerne, aber so wie es jetzt zu ihm und seiner Band passt, und das gemixt mit den neuen Songs, das ist die perfekte Mischung. Chris, was sind die Pläne für Junction 55? Live-Konzerte, auch bei uns? Sehen wir dich im Fernsehen?
Yeah, I'm definitely going to be playing live. I've got lots of shows coming up this year. Quite a few of them are in Germany. I don't know how many, maybe 15 or 16. So I'm doing some shows in Germany this year on a tour. I'm also playing in lots of other countries as well. And I will be doing some TV shows, various TV shows around the world. And I think I'm coming in late February to do some TV spots in Germany. So you'll see me around, and I'm definitely going to be in a live concert somewhere in your city or near where you live. So I hope people can get out and come and see me.
Perfekt. Alles ist in Planung. Ende Februar gibt es ein paar Fernsehtermine, dann Live-Shows, ein Weltstar natürlich überall auf diesem Planeten. Aber es gibt auch Konzerte in Deutschland, und er freut sich, wenn er vielleicht in die Nähe kommt, und wir sehen uns. Chris Norman, vielen Dank. Alles Gute für Junction 55 and see you.
Thank you very much. Nice to talk to you.